Ubizo Lungibize engalweni Ngiyokhalela bani nayi iphimbo lami liphindaphinde entabeni Ngithi inyawo zami ngibeleze kulomhlaba nemsini Ngifunana noxolo engalweni
Sawubona to you, sawubona to yours. From one great spirit to another, welcome to Ubizo. Today we speak to the body, not the body as flesh alone, but the body as witness, the body as memory, and the body as archive. Because long after the mind forgets, the body still remembers. This episode is for those who have done the reading, those who've said the affirmations, learned the language of healing, yet still feel tight in the chest, heavy in the hips, and tight in the bones. This is not failure. This is truth. Trauma does not live in thought. It lives in tissue. Trauma is not the event. It is what the body holds when the event had no safe place to land. It is frozen breath, clenched jaw, shoulders raised for decades, and a stomach that never fully softens. Our people often say, I'm fine, I've moved on, but the body says otherwise. Because trauma is not memory you recall, it is memory you are still carrying. And no amount of thinking can release something that was once stored below language. This is why healing cannot be intellectual alone. The body speaks a different language, a different tongue. Trauma lives in the nervous system. It lives in the muscles taught to brace, in the spine trained to endure, in the breath shortened by fear. It lives in inherited posture, backs bent not by age but by centuries of forced labor and vigilance. It lives in our hips where survival learned to hide. It lives in our throat where truth was swallowed for safety. In our skin, always alert, always scanning. The body became the first colony. Before land was taken, the body was trained. Before language was erased, the nervous system was conditioned. This did not begin with you. It began when running became instinct, when silence became survival, when rest became dangerous. It began when drums were banned, movement policed, and breath controlled. It began when the African body learned that to relax was to risk death, and the body adapted brilliantly. What we now call anxiety was once vigilance. What we now call numbness was once protection. Your body did not betray you. It protected you and your lineage. You see, great spirit, trauma stays when it is unfelt. When there was no time to cry, no space to shake, no witness to hold you, the body locked the experience away so life could continue. But stored trauma does not disappear. It waits. It emerges as fatigue without cause, as anger with no clear target, as illness the doctors cannot name. This is why talk therapy alone often fails us, because trauma happened without words and must be released without words. Healing requires sensation, presence, safety. Because a regulated body cannot be easily controlled, a people who can feel cannot be endlessly exploited. Empires thrive on dysregulation, on bodies kept in fight, flight, or freeze. Rest is not laziness, it is resistance. Softness is not weakness, it is sovereignty. Therefore, to heal the nervous system is to dismantle the internal overseer that still cracks the whip from inside. Decolonization that ignores the body will always create the same harm in new language. Healing begins with listening, not forcing release, not rushing transformation, but asking the body, what are you still holding and waiting without judgment. Simple truths often guide us forward. Therefore, slow the breath, let the body move with how it wants, create safety before seeking release, allow shaking, sighing, tears without storing. This is not self-improvement, this is self-reunion. Because when the body feels safe, the spirit returns. When the body softens, the ancestors whisper again. Remember this one, Great Spirit. Your body is not broken. It is wise. It survived what the mind could not carry. Therefore, honor it. Move gently. Heal slowly. Until next time, okuhle, umusa, kanye nokukhanya ehambeni kwakho. Light, mercy, and sacred illumination on your path.